later you can find yourself without that dominance for 10 seconds and whoopsie daisy. So we'll leave that for another time. Maybe it'll actually get played, who knows. But right now, we are on King's Row, and we're going for a straight immediate capture. Double Winston bubble coming down now from Row, trying to capture the point early on. Winghaven battling them back, though, and the Winstons are going to hightail it out of there. That did not
That was
work
such a fast wipe. That was incredible. I was actually changing the score on the overlay and the time that it took for them to wipe all of them. But I am watching
AKM straight onto Widowmaker.
There you go. AKM onto Widowmaker and Tviq onto Hanzo. I'm not sure if he started out there, but he is actually getting that scatter arrow damage, doing a ton of damage to that Reinhardt shield there on the other side. Winz actually damage boosting him. That makes sense. Tviq basically just launching truck-sized arrows at the defense. Now he's going to flip over to Junkrat on offense here for King's Row A. It's kind of an interesting choice. We have seen it before, but not in too long. Not in a long time, actually, for me. It's usually Junkrat on defense that we see here for King's Row. And you do see Unfixed, actually, on Junkrat, so we have one on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like the idea of just bombarding the ground if you see the enemy team sort of cementing themselves in a position. It does force them to be a lot more mobile. You can see Winghaven not really stood there with his shields up. He's constantly moving left and right, looking for the positions where he's not about to get bombed. And looking tactically for where he can actually deploy his shield and make the most use of everything. So now we have Rogue moving in. IDDQD goes down. Unfixed managing to get him with Junkrat, actually. And he's got the ultimate available as well. Oh, he's about to use it, and here we go. Unfixed looking for the first Riptire, a couple of kills of the game, but it does get shut down.
Yeah, AKM actually getting the last bit of damage on that tire. Tviq has not launched his yet, still building that ultimate. It looks like we've got pretty much scattered defense right now as the attackers are finally standing on the point. I'm going to zoom way out here, third person, just get a look where everyone is. You've got Symmetra down in the bottom right. Vallutaja trying to hit that Deadeye, does actually kill AKM and Unkoe. That could be huge for Reunited. There's a big res as well from Morte, and suddenly the defense is all right back there. There's that Tviq Riptire, does kill the enemy Junkrat, Unfixed.
And Winghaven.
And Winghaven does go down from damage with the help of IDDQD and AKM. They still haven't killed that teleporter, but they are going to take point A and reset it. So now we expect to see TwoEasy swapping characters. We got 5 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here. Good to note for the future attack round just in case, but 5:37 is kind of our mark that we're looking at.
And just an update on that, Joshy, you are absolutely right. Both teams now are onto double McCree. We have AKM and IDDQD on one side, Vallutaja and TwoEasy, of course, the usual suspects on the other.
Unfixed actually being brave here on Pharah. This is a map that does have quite a lot of Widowmaker and McCree usage. No soldiers throughout the entire day. That's another thing that can give Pharah quite a lot of headache. I'm actually a little bit surprised at the lack of soldier, but honestly, McCree's difference with his close range combat just makes him a hands-up winner over soldier, in my opinion. Being able to bust down tanks super fast if they get in your grill is a valuable asset for McCree that soldier doesn't really have.
Oh, and Winz and Reinforce do a fantastic job there. And the Earth Shadow manages to pick off Pharah. Unfixed, though, getting immediately rezzed by Morte. And he kills Unkoe. Very, very important pickoff as Mercy goes down for Rogue, and they're going to have to reset.
Yeah. Reunited hanging on defense, and people were actually praising Unfixed's Pharah in the last map. Tviq was playing Pharah kind of unchallenged, or was playing Pharah unchallenged, and people were saying Unfixed should switch because he is so good. And now we're going to get a chance to see that. If the attacking team doesn't do anything to deal with this Pharah, we could see the same situation like we saw with Tviq on Li Jing, where he's just unchecked, doing tons of damage.
Yeah, and you definitely can't leave him unchecked. I mean, he does so much. This is actually a really great place for Barrages to absolutely destroy everyone. Oh, is that TwoEasy with 3 kills on Deadeye from the ledge? He was actually jumping down when he got it, forcing the res coming out of Rogue. Wow, actually, both sides with 6. There is Unfixed. There is the Barrage. Graviton Surge as well after everyone got res, so Mercy isn't going to be able to save everyone this time, and that definitely is another pushback on the part of Reunited. What a play.
Yeah, really glad to see Reunited spacing out their ultimates. Obviously, there's a lot of communication going on behind the scenes in each of these teams, you know, comms, and basically figuring out when to use your ultimates is like half of this game. Positioning and ultimate timing is such a huge difference maker for these teams where everyone is a really good shot, everyone has really good game sense, but the communication to just time everything and know where your teammates are is definitely shining through here for Reunited in this defense in this very, very narrow hallway here on King's Row. Unfixed again, just showering these McCrees with rockets. Tviq has finally swapped over to Farah himself, but Unfixed and the rest of his team chase him off easily.
Joshy, you're exactly right. I was watching Tviq, saw the switch and thinking, okay, now we're going to be fighting fire with fire. He's patiently waiting for his Mercy to pop by in front of him, and now Tviq is going to be feeling a little bit bolder about grabbing a bit of position. Down to 18 health already, though, and no Mercy is going to be able to heal him up fast enough for that. He gets taken up by TwoEasy very, very quickly indeed, and now we have aerial dominance from Unfixed. He's got Barrage available as well. Watch this space. Here comes Lucio ult. There is the res, and Unfixed now potentially... Ooh, I think he whiffed that jump.
TwoEasy had... I was watching TwoEasy there. What happened? Unfixed again.
Kills and pouncing. Unfixed over the building, catching three players completely off guard from Rogue there, and Reunited once again achieving that wipe. That's going to be play of the game. If you didn't catch that on screen, don't even worry about it. You will see that again.
I did not, because I was watching TwoEasy get a 2-kill Deadeye into a Mercy res. He tried to punch the Mercy to death and actually died to the resing players. So I was just laughing about that, and then suddenly a Barrage is just killing everyone. But
yeah, he was trying to jump over the buildings at a particular point, and he actually failed to do that once or twice, and I was working out what he was doing because he had the ult available. That was beautiful. Catches Tviq in midair as well. Unfixed winning the aerial battle and actually stomping all over Tviq. Guys, think about the last time anyone said that.
All right, Vallutaja, like, you're right, Unfixed did just do an amazing play, but Vallutaja also had an amazing play. Another Deadeye into Fan and Flash, Flash and Fan combo, and every single player on Reunited, you just don't want to run into these guys in a dark alley. You run into TwoEasy, you're like, oh god. Vallutaja, oh man, and Unfixed is just, he's going to kill you before you even see him from above there. So Reunited just looking very, very formidable right now. We've got 4 or 5 ults available on the offense.
TwoEasy being very sneaky, and I think he's waiting for an opportunity to come out here and sneak out a Deadeye. Here it comes! And how many is he going to get? Have the enemy worked out where he is? He manages to pick off 2, Reinforce and AKM, and he's now coming in from the back, forcing the res there from Unkoe. And now I'm going to be taking a look at AKM, who might be responding with a Deadeye of his own. No, he can't actually. He's facing up the Reinhardt shield and trying to pick off TwoEasy from the back. He manages to do that, but all the time, the payload has been moving forward, and it looks like it is just about time for it to get to its next checkpoint. Very nice flash and fan on the back of Winghaven.
Yeah, with only 34 seconds left, so TwoEasy was hiding, like you were talking about. The red team, the attacking team Rogue, actually did go all the way around the right side this time with their 5 ultimates. TwoEasy had been catching them. That's, you know, when I was spectating him earlier, he was flash and fanning a Reinhardt when he would walk by unsuspecting, and a Mercy, and so on. So they went the long way around, and they totally paid off by launching all those ultimates at the same time against basically only half the team of Reunited. And when it came time to clean up, there were just more bodies available for the offense. Winz just fell down into the pit there. It looks like it was boop-related damage. Unfixed, actually, with his pocket Mercy, just raining another barrage and scoring all those kills. There were about 34 seconds left on the clock when Rogue did take that checkpoint, so 34 seconds is our new kind of time to be aware of if they don't finish pushing.
Flat.
31 flat?
In case that ends up being useful. So I was keeping an eye on that literally as the payload rolled into the checkpoint. But now we have them coming back in for round 2 on this last point. Kruise coming down with the sound barrier instantly to help Reunited hold this point. Reinforced doesn't actually have any shields left on Reinhardt. He's going to be forced to fight, and he goes down to Vallutaja, doing a great job from the back there, really just providing a lot of damage in support, just patiently staying in the shadows and grabbing that secret damage everywhere he can. And once again, Rogue are going to have to regroup. Can they do this? Yes, but they maybe have 2 shots left of the push.
Right, this could be a very, very difficult nut to crack. They do have 3 ults available, including that very important Resurrection, but so does Morte. Morte has that available, so they need to kill Morte before the other teammates so that res doesn't actually make a huge difference. And Tviq falling immediately is not a good sign for Rogue. Obviously, with that res in the back pocket, they're allowed to die and come back, but you don't really want to just bull rush in like that. Tviq getting flash and fanned again by Vallutaja goes down. Rogue with the sound barrier now wins, and AKM on the payload pushing forward by Vallutaja, Kruise, and TwoEasy back on a Widowmaker, just making short work of everybody. It's going to be an overtime soon, but the payload is moving.
Yeah, and but AKM
Wow.
and Reinforce both going down.
TwoEasy went
actually,
down.
to Deadeye. Yeah.
TwoEasy should not have gone down there. That was actually a really big loss for defense. But they're all back at the same time because they died so close together. That barrage again from Unfixed. He's got to have like 8+ barrage kills at this point just on Kings Row defense. 15 seconds left. Defense looks firmly in control, but can they hang on?
Yeah, this is looking increasingly difficult because we're going to reach a point where we're trickling in very soon. Only the tanks left
Earth
here.
Shatter.
We've got Primal Rage and Earth Shatter coming up, but where's the damage? Where's the backup? Here they come out the back. IDDQD.
Winz is solo pushing. Winz is solo pushing into the point. Winghaven's going to contest. Winghaven's going to contest. There's that big res to bring them back in.
That would have been so ridiculous if that actually ended up happening, and now we have back from the brink, actually, sound barrier now, allowing the defense time to
That'll
breathe.
be it. Reunited.
Yeah, that was literally like 0.3 of a second either way. Oh my god, Winghaven, you left us with lumps in our throats, and Reunited are going to take King's Row. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, and we have another
barrage
play of the game. Supporting 2 barrages, one after the
There
other.
you go, yeah. That is a huge res, 4-man res. Obviously did a lot of work there for the defense, who did successfully defend and did not allow Rogue to set a time. That's 3, actually out of 3 payload maps, Rogue didn't set a single time.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, that literally was the closest they could come. You could basically snapshot that moment, finishing at the races. Winghaven must have been about a yard inside the required time to save that game from overtime. They must be kicking themselves that they didn't win that. And then less than 30 seconds later, they had lost the map. That is how quickly a game can swing in Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen. That was so, so clutch from Winghaven. I cannot begin to describe how important that was. And we're going to be switching over the sides now. It is not over yet. There is one more chance available for Rogue. All they have to do is stop Reunited capping on King's Row. Oh, wait, did I say all they have to do? This is going to be tough.
All right, I'm back on our cams now to allow these teams some privacy for their team picking again. I'm going to flip the... actually... Yeah, I'll do that once we get back in. But hello, everybody. This is Ask Joshi and Jorasar again. This could be the very last round that we see for this week's King of the Watch. Reunited just blazing through against Rogue. I would say their defense actually is just top-notch today. They haven't allowed Rogue, a very, very high-power offense team, to even set a time on any of these payload maps.
It's been very, very powerful. Rogue, I'm a little bit surprised they went for King's Row, because I thought they were just going to go for another King of the Hill map where they managed to take Reunited all the way. Maybe they could have gone Dorado instead of King's Row, but right now, anything with a payload, Reunited just seems to be dominating. So King's Row, unfortunately, not looking their way right now, but they do have an opportunity to stop it. And for anyone who is just tuning in, make sure you go ahead and check out Matcherino as well. We started the night with a $300 prize pool, and you can donate an extra $1 to the prize pool for free by heading to the link posted in chat and using the code KOTW8. That stands for King of the Watch 8. That increases the prize pool by $1 for free. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can go ahead and donate more than $1, and that does increase the prize pool for the players as well. So we hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. We hope you're enjoying the Overwatch Open Beta weekend. We are seconds away now from starting the second half of King's Row and what might be the last half of this King of the Watch match.
Okay, we're into the game now, and the horses are off, basically, to the races. We've got everyone rushing up to that first choke point. I'm just going to take the aerial POV here for a minute as we kind of go over the rosters on both sides. No Symmetra on the defense is something that is very important to take note of. AKM actually on Soldier for the first time today. Let's go ahead and watch his POV since we haven't seen one all day long. He's going to go ahead to that high ground and just try to thread the needle there with his Helix rockets and primary fire.
Classic Tviq Junkrat going down now by the looks of things. And he's just trying to stop Reunited ever getting any sort of purchase. He actually does so much damage to TwoEasy right now. It doesn't actually kill him off, but really slowing down the push. TwoEasy on Hanzo, looking for ways to come in with that raining down on the arrows. And Tviq actually just launched his Riptire. It's still alive. He's going up the stairs, just about manages to stop it before it gets in the face of Unkoe. That would have been a big kill.
It looks like Kruise.
Morte, sorry.
Yeah, Kruise got the last damage on that tire just in time. Good save for him. Defense with that. Oh, defense actually all falling down on their backs to that Earth Shatter from Winghaven, and suddenly 4 dead defense, no teleporter, and no res. This is a really, really good time being set here for point A for Reunited, and they don't have very much longer to go to seal the deal and take this whole series 4-0. If they can take this stretch in just 6 minutes, they have 6 full minutes to reach the next checkpoint, and obviously completing the map would just win the game hands down. So even if they don't, if they get the checkpoint in less than 6 or more than 6 minutes, they still have a chance to win the map and take the series.
Yeah, this is looking very, very strong for Reunited so far. But, guys, don't forget, it was looking very, very strong on watch point Gibraltar for Rogue before they got pegged back on the last point as well. So anything can happen here as they move towards the dogleg coming through the streets. Hanzo with his ultimate clearing the path with a couple of dragons. And that will force Rogue aside. This is just going so quickly, Josh.
That's actually not... I'm going to be a slight bit critical here. I don't really know the reasoning for launching his dragons so early. Obviously, we have the benefit of seeing all the defense farther back, so I have to give him that benefit, as he just didn't know exactly where they were. But using the dragon now, in this phase, seems like it would have been much more valuable, knowing that your targets are all stuck in this narrow hallway. But either way, TwoEasy still getting the kills in. There's 2 more kills going his way. Unkoe taking out that Mercy is just a huge deal, and they're just going to plow right through here. Go ahead and finish for POTG. GG's.
All right, that looks a GG. And Josh, I have an answer for you, mate. I think I'm gonna speculate. I'm gonna theory craft here that TwoEasy was thinking Rogue might be all hiding behind the next corner and waiting to rush in with one big push. And if he used the dragon, he had a chance of getting 3 or 4 kills in one go. And I think he just took the risk.
Yeah, I think I realized after I took into account that we could see everything that he launched it.
It looked like he whiffed it and he was just clearing space. But if they were behind the next corner, that dragon would have hit him square in the face with about 3/4 of a second for them to react. So I think that's what he was doing there.
Gotcha. Yep, I'll give him the benefit again. Not knowing exactly where the defense was essentially the reason. And you can see Rogue all taking off now, but GG's to them, of course. And thanks so much to Rogue for participating. Let's go ahead and see. This is definitely going to be a Reunited play of the game as all the Rogue players left.
Does it have to be someone still in the game?
Yeah.
Play of the game.
Vallutaja. You can rig play of the game by having everyone else leave.
Either way, I was pretty sure that Reunited was going to get a play of the game with this very solid offense that they had. No one really got wiped out a single time after the first minute of play, so good stuff there. Across the board, Reunited are our champions of the King of the Watch once again. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to our camera view. Hello, everybody.